Well, that was rude. I just interrupted David Ozer. Um, you can, David, do you mind just sending that note in the chat over there? You can actually send that straight to Kaylee or Kiana. And we're going to go back to networking here in a few minutes too. So, thank you all again very much for being here tonight. I love Business After Hours. I like this chance to get to kind of see people face to face in a little bit more relaxed atmosphere. And thank you for taking the time, making the time to do that this evening. It's a busy month, and we have a hand in that. Some of the fun things that are going on this month, there is a Christmas lights tour already going on in Seaside. So if you go to the Seaside Chamber of Commerce, they've got an actual map and a tour of lights, and we're doing the same thing here. So we're still in the information gathering stage. That will happen close out this evening. So if you know anybody that has a light show going on at their house or at their business, send them to our website and have them just link us up with it. So we have another stop on the tour, but then next week that'll go. So that'll be kind of fun. We're partnering with the Downtown Association in Astoria to do a Christmas shopping thing. It's actually a Christmas shopping tour. You can go to any of 30 businesses and check in there as you're making your Christmas shopping purchases, and then you'll be entered in a drawing for every check-in that you get. You'll be entered in a drawing for a great gift package, which actually is a getaway to McMinnville. So just a quick jump away, just a fun way to do add to your Christmas shopping thing. And then finally, on the Christmas front or the holiday shopping front, we are doing once again a reprise of our Shop Local Elf program. So if you're not following the Chamber on Facebook, please do. I'm making an absolute fool of myself in businesses around town to encourage people to find unique ways to shop local. So those are some of the things that are going on right now, but you're not here to hear from me. You're here to hear from our presenter tonight, and that is United Way of Clatsop County. So Jen and Kassia, would you like to join me on the stage here? Maybe turn your camera on and your mic on, and that should bring you to the stage. Uh-oh. Kassia says she doesn't see a camera or mic option. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. We have a solution for that. Hang on. This is operator error, but it's my error. There we go. Okay. Now Jen and Kassia, you should be able to join us here.
Calling me. Oh, there we go. Refresh.
Yay! Oh my gosh.
Wow. All right.
All right.
We've made it.
So shall I let you introduce yourselves? Before you do, though, I want to point out to everybody that I mentioned before that we have a George Award that we give away every year, Volunteer of the Year. That's for Astoria. There's a similar one called the Richard Ford Distinguished Service Award, which is in Warrenton. Jen is our most recent winner of the George Award, and she is an absolute star in our town, and we're so glad to have her today representing United Way.
Oh, wow. Thank you, David. Gosh, well, first of all, I want to give a big thank you to the Chamber for continuing to connect our community and so many ways, our business communities. And you've just really gone over and above your job descriptions every single day to make sure that small businesses have information resources. So I just, as a small business owner myself, I've really appreciated that, what the Chamber has done during this craziest of years. So thank you. And I'm here tonight also with Kassia Nye. I'm super excited to introduce her as my team member at United Way. She has been just such an amazing addition to our team, helping with our workplace giving campaigns and just donor stewardship, which is just something that being a part-time director has been a challenge. So I'm really excited that we're in a position to be able to have Kassia join and reach out and strengthen our United Way as well. So I first want to start okay, we're going to get back to technology here. So I think if I screen share and I know this, I'm going to share a video first to start. And then I think it will just work. Nope, that's the wrong one. Kassia, do you want to say a couple of things while I get the video?
Yeah. So I am absolutely thrilled to be working at United Way. I just started back in October, but Jen and I had worked together for the 2 years prior when I was at the CMH Foundation. I ran the United Way campaign at CMH. So I had a little familiarity with United Way. I'd never donated before. I'd never worked with United Way when I lived in Seattle or Eugene. So it was great to get to know Jen, but really to get to know how United Way works. Do you want me to keep going, Jen?
I think I have it. So
Okay.
Let's do this. Okay, let's do this and we're just cross our fingers. Okay, so here's a little update. Okay, now I don't know how to turn it off from here, but let's see, close. Well, that's Michelle's story, so I don't know, David, I don't know if you're able to take that one off, but that is our 2020 campaign video and really just speaks volumes to our community rallying right in the beginning of the pandemic and us being able to launch a response fund within the first 10 weeks of the pandemic and raising over $54,000 to get out to our nonprofit health and human service agencies right away was incredible and not something that we've done before. So that was really, again, a testament to our community coming together. And now we're going into, we're in our campaign we raise money throughout the year then for next year's funding cycle. And that's where we're at this year. Our biggest event outside of our workplace giving campaigns is the Iron Chef Ghost Coastal event. And I might actually cry telling this story because last year this event raised over $100,000 that we were able to invest into our 14 partner agencies this last year. And with everything that's going on right now and the landscape of our community just changing on a daily basis, we're not able to gather in a room with 700 people. We're not able to ask our restaurants to donate food for 700 people. We're not able to do the things that have strengthened our community in so many ways. We're not able to have businesses donate for silent auctions, and we're not able to gather with our friends and our family for that night of giving. So in an effort to do another fundraiser to celebrate the restaurants that have given to United Way and to the multiple fundraisers over every single year to lots of fundraising here in Clatsop County. And we came up with Dine United, and our goal was to not only raise money for United Way, but also to be another voice to encourage people to dine out when they can. Dining out is a luxury. Dining out, getting takeout, even if it's once a week, once a month, is again another investment in our community. And so the Dine United campaign, for every $25 that a donor makes to this campaign, the donor will get a $5 gift coupon to use. We have over 35 restaurants signed up to accept those coupons, and then they are able to send the coupons back to United Way, and we'll reimburse the restaurant 100% of that $5 for every coupon that comes in. So that's a way that we thought was, again, not asking the restaurants for help, but trying to encourage more traffic to the restaurants. So we have extended the Dine United campaign through the end of the year, and the $5 coupons you're able to redeem them at those 35 restaurants through the end of January. So that's our Dine United campaign. And you can just go to our website, at clatsopunitedway.org, and make your donation. Then we mail out your gift coupons right away. So that's what we're doing right now. And our partner agencies, I'm gonna read off of our partner agencies, and then Kassia is going to tell you a great story about some of our agencies. So we help fund our partner agencies this year are the Astoria-Warrenton Community Center, the Boy Scouts of America Shipwreck District, Camp Kwanalong, the Clatsop Kassia program, which is court-appointed special advocate, Clatsop Community Action, the Clatsop Community Action Regional Food Bank, Columbia Senior Diners, the Harbor, the Healing Circle, and Victory Over Child Abuse Camp, Helping Hands, the Hope House, Libraries, Reading Outreach Clatsop County, the Lighthouse for Kids, Lives in Transition, and the Smart Reading Program. So when you give one gift to United Way, you're helping all of these agencies wrap around individuals in our community. Kassia. Thank you. Microphone.
So helpful. Thanks, Jen. So like I was saying, I didn't really know a lot about United Way before I started working with Jen a few years ago. Prior to that, I moved to Astoria 7 years ago, but I had 15 years of nonprofit volunteerism under my belt, and I understood that great nonprofits could be run on a shoestring budget and make unbelievable impact in the community. But I moved here, and there were so many nonprofits. Jen just talked about or read the list of the 14 that we are currently partnering with, but there are, likely over 100, I think, in Clatsop County. So I moved here, and I'm like, which mission is the most important? What is their overhead? Can I trust what I know of them to be accurate? And that's really the beauty of United Way of Clatsop County. So I think many of you know how it works, but for those of you who don't, step one is for local nonprofits to apply to become United Way of Clatsop County partners. That's what we call our partner agency, is the list that Jen just read. So the United Way of Clatsop County Board scrutinizes their financials. They evaluate their programs, they measure their outcomes, and then the board ensures that each agency is providing an unduplicated and necessary service for health, safety, education, and financial security of their clients. So step two, for those nonprofits who become partner agencies, they receive funding from United Way. So they don't receive all of their funding from us. They need to be self-sustaining, but enough that they can receive state and federal match grants, that they can benefit the community with additional or supplemented programming. So in essence, we raise money so that local nonprofits can focus more on their mission and a little less on fundraising. Now, you might ask, how do Jen and I make money? All of that, our salaries, office rent, internet, etc., are paid for by grants and sponsorships. So this is sometimes unique for nonprofits, but every donated dollar to United Way of Clatsop County ends up going directly to the cause. Now, how are those causes determined? Again, that goes back to the United Way of Clatsop County Board. They really have a unique understanding of the distress in the community because of the relationship they have with the agencies who apply. So that was kind of a lot of words. In short, the money donated to United Way of Clatsop County stays in Clatsop County. It goes directly to the causes, and those causes have to be already proven to be effective. So as Jen alluded to, I have a story. I just received a story from Helping Hands, one of our partner agencies, and I'm going to read it off. And I'm going to try really hard not to cry. So, okay, here we go. Marcia found herself in an impossible situation with no one to turn to for help. Addiction ran her life, and her family had cut off all contact. When her job ended and she didn't have enough money to stay in her house, she found herself homeless. Suicide became what she believed to be a viable option. Life was as dark and tangled as it had ever been. Addictions were running the show, and my hopes were spent. I was ready, willing, and expecting to drink myself to death, and I was okay with that, she said. Marcia was 63 years old and a representative of a growing homeless senior population. Marcia came to Helping Hands, like many clients do, with trauma in her history and a need for help and connection. In a letter she wrote to us being Helping Hands, Marcia outlined the guidelines for life at Helping Hands. The rules were simple but firm. Don't drink, don't use, be respectful of yourself and others, attend classes and meetings, do your chores, be of service, make progress, be accountable, if at all possible, be a blessing, repeat. Committed to her own progress and healing, Marcia followed the rules and participation in the program, a role model and shining light to the people around her. She experienced heartache while in the program when her husband passed away, but with her newly strengthened skill set, she moved through the pain of the loss in new ways by the power of relationships instead of numbing self-medication. Marcia has reunited with her family and continues to live a safe, sober, and self-sufficient lifestyle. She often shuttles program participants to from Seaside to the Uniontown facility to participate in the poetry slam competition she organizes for Helping Hands clients. The backseat of her car only has space for two, though, because she always has a car seat buckled in for her grandbaby, who she now gets to spend a lot of time with. Marcia showed such promise and was so full of compassion that Helping Hands recently invited her to join their staff, and she currently manages Helping Hands Seaside facility. So this story is really representative of why Jen and I love to do what we do and why so many of you are already donors to United Way of Clatsop County. It's a cycle, right? Where we get to lift each other up. And every week there are people in our county, probably people you know, who need the support, whether it's Helping Hands or Lives in Transition or any of the other wonderful agencies that we work with. And these agencies are professional and they're effective at what they do. And that's why we're here, is to let you know why we do what we do and how you can help. So if you're inspired to find out more, I did put actually connected the Dine United, or put the Dine United link in the chat. And of course, you can reach out to Jen and I at any time by finding us online or any other way. Okay, I didn't cry too much. That was good.
Oh, Kassia, that is just, thank you for reading that, because I just sitting here listening to it, again, our partner agencies, as everyone navigating through this intense time in history, are doing incredible work on limited resources. So, every time we think about shopping local, dining local, and donating local, think about it more as we're investing. We're just investing in our community every time every time we support a small business, every time we support business owners and just the people we know. This is our community. We're all on here because we love our community. And thank you guys just for allowing us to be able to share a little bit of the magic that we get to hear behind the scenes. So.
And I didn't come on to be the hook. I came on to threaten to go back to the presentation off, see who else is crying. That's very, very moving. And I know that it's one of 100 stories you guys could tell about the work that your partner agencies do. You hit it on the head, Kassia, when you talked about trust. This year there's been so many asks, so many real honest to goodness needs, and to have an agency that has a fabulous model, that has a fabulous reputation nationwide, and that has you two here representing and being the face of it, it's a pretty easy yes on this. And I keep saying this on the Dine United thing. This is the best pivot I've ever seen. This is taking something that couldn't happen live, turning it virtual, but also turning it in a way that allows it to be supportive of the restaurants. So you can go and support those restaurants. You can go and buy things from those restaurants. You can use those gift certificates, and the restaurants can choose to redeem them or not. And so it's all the way around. It's just so very supportive, and it's so much in the DNA of this organization, this chapter, or this location, the Clatsop County, and of these two ladies in front of you. So thank you. I don't see any Q&A over there, but if you have questions, throw them in the general chat there. What else would you like to tell us? What else would you like people to know, especially in this season?
Wow. Well, this year is again looking a lot different, not having a fundraiser that brought in over $100,000 last year. So unfortunately, that means that our funding will be a little less to our partners, and we've had that very candid conversation with them. We actually just had all of our agencies together via Zoom, and it was so powerful, though, to have them all connect with one another, and how every time they get together, they're collaborating. Many of them already have these amazing collaborations with one another. They, again, wrap around an individual, someone that might be receiving rental assistance or food assistance, but they're also going through the Lives in Transition program up at the college. And then, and then maybe their child's going out to Camp Kwanalang in the summer, not this last summer, but, in the future. There's just so much connectivity within that. But one of the biggest things that came across was that, they're really missing that human connection, as we all are. But they're not letting that be a barrier to getting services to the people that they're helping. So that was such a big, that was just a big takeaway for us. I think, Kathy, I don't know if you have anything to add to that, but they have not stopped serving people with the increase of people it's truly incredible. So we're very happy to be in this position to help continue to fight for funding for them so that they can, again, be on the front. They've been on the front line every single day, making sure kids have voices in court, making sure victims or survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, they're still getting the resources needed here. So.
Good.
Oh yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. We had, so we just had an agency update earlier this week. Is it Friday yet? It's Thursday. It was earlier this week. And for example, Kassia, court-appointed special advocates, they again flipped on a dime. They had 2 virtual trainings for their advocates this year, and as a result, have 5 new advocates. And it's something crazy, like I don't even know, 40 hours of online training to become a Kassia advocate. It's outrageous. And but basically, because they were able to do what they're doing, and they're working for 3 of them, like 60 hours a week each, maybe even more. They now can support 10 more children in foster care. And it's a really beautiful thing. We also heard a story from the food bank who, when the seafood workers were in quarantine, they were all in a hotel and they were not supposed to go outside. They couldn't go to the grocery store. There was a concern about them being able to get food, and the food bank, within 24 hours, had called up restaurants, had put together packaged supplies, and was delivering them food to their door in the hotel in full PPE. And this was early on in the pandemic, before we knew if it was actually like outbreak or what exactly was happening. So yeah, these agencies, they are
resilient. Yeah. They are so resilient. And again, that, again, a testament to our community and partner agencies, just how they can, we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. And there are so many wonderful stories that are coming out of this. And we're excited to be able to share even more as we get into the future. So yes, thank you, Kassia.
Wonderful. Thank you both. And there were some questions in the chat about how do we share this out, and Kassia answered that in the chat. But by all means, send people to the to the Clatsop County United Way website. There's a flyer for the Dine United thing. We've got a poster here for it. Please share that. I'm sure that there's also social media posts out there that can be shared. Yeah, get the word out there. There's a few more. I mean, we're on the 10th of December. We have 21 more days for people to participate in this, and another 31 days for them to actually redeem their coupons if they choose to do that. So it's a final push, and you can see that will be that money raised will be well spent. So thank you both very much. I'm going to turn the presentation off, and I'm going to send you back to the tables, awesome. And you can see who was crying and who wasn't. This, by the way, will be recorded. We record all of our Business After Hours presentations. So if you enjoyed this presentation, please tell people to check it out. It'll be they can get to it from our chamber chatter email that goes out every week. Always has a link to recorded events, so people will be able to see it there and see the same presentation. So thank you both. Back to the tables.
Thank you.